Right, here we are, we're back. Not in the usual Windows XP I use, but this time we're in the x64 edition, which means everything is 64-bit. Why? Well, because one of my previous videos got flooded with two different types of comments. The first comment on this video was, "Stop using a virtual machine. You can't do this on a virtual machine. Virtual machines are the worst thing that was ever invented by mankind." Or something along those lines. And the second one were genuinely good tips that I actually wanted to try out. But we also do have a bigger challenge this time because we're not going to be using Windows Vista to run Minecraft. We're going to be using Windows XP. And we also have a new version of Minecraft, and that is 1.21.9. So yeah, we're going to be trying to run the newest version of Minecraft on Windows XP. Now, as you can see, I already have Supermium installed, which is going to be my web browser of choice, and I already updated this version of Windows with Legacy Update, so everything is up to date and fully patched, so this should be the best that you can get, and we also are running 64-bit Windows, which is quite important. And the second reason I wanted to do this video, and of course it's not loading when I want to make a point. Host machine time. And the second reason I wanted to make this video is this awesome video by a guy called TL Game, which is called Actually Playing Minecraft 1.21.4 on Windows XP. And in it, he showcased this guide right here by a member called Windows Vista 64X, I'm assuming. And this is basically a guide on how to get newer versions of Minecraft running on Windows XP/Vista. So I'm definitely gonna try this as well. And I'm gonna try it with the newest version of Minecraft. Multi-MC is mentioned right here, which is what I used in the Windows Vista video. However, they recommend ATL launcher, so I'll definitely try that out. So let's first get that on the virtual machine, if that is an available download. Okay, we'll need to solve a CAPTCHA first, of course, because this is a newly installed operating system and a newly installed browser. But there we go, we are not a robot. That's a nice thing that we learned. So here we have the ATL launcher downloads page. So let's go Windows, I guess. Okay, we have the setup. Let's see if it will run natively. ATL launcher setup is not a valid Win32 application. Well, it shouldn't need to be really, because this is the 64-bit version. Okay, let's actually follow this right now. We do have Supermium already. Now you'll need Java. Okay, that is linked straight on there. So let's get the Java that they recommend. So this is Java 8U51. So let's get the Windows executable, I guess. We'll go for the 64-bit version. Let's hope that we don't get the same error as we did with the launcher, otherwise something might be broken. Java 8 requires a new version of Windows. You may continue with the installation. Okay, it will let us install this. However, yeah, the 64-bit worked absolutely fine, so I'm not sure why the ATL launcher didn't work, but maybe there's something in the guide that says something about that. Okay, that's fine. Destination folder is fine, and we are installing Java. Nice. Just so I mention, I gave this machine 4 GB of RAM and a quad-core processor and 1 GB of VRAM, so that should be plenty for Minecraft. Okay, seems that Java has been successfully installed, so let's go to the next step. I believe we have updated all of this with Legacy Update, so yeah. Okay, so here is the link for ATL launcher, and yeah, that just brings us right here. Let's try out the portable version, maybe that changes something. And it does, the portable version seems to download absolutely fine. Okay, so we're gonna stick with that. I don't know why the other one didn't. English is fine, you're running an out-of-date version of Java. This process automatically doesn't affect any Java installs. I'll just click yes. I don't know what this does, but I'm pretty sure the Java update won't work. But whatever, I'll just press yes and see what happens. Yep, that completely crashed everything. Okay, so this should be in my downloads page, so I'll just drag this to the desktop just so we have it right here. Okay, I'll click no here this time, and no. Okay, there we go, we are in the launcher and it created everything it needs on the desktop, which is not great. So let's make a new folder and call it Minecraft like that and move everything into that, and we'll just have that on the desktop. Okay, we'll need to quit this before we move that, which is a reasonable request, I guess. And the launcher itself, nice. So now we have a Minecraft folder right here, which has ATL launcher. Okay, so we need to press no on this every time, and here we are. Okay, I'm guessing we need to log in now, but let's go back to the guide and see what happens. Now you can log in with an account. You should be able to install Minecraft versions up to 1.16.5. So let's log in. Let's go over to accounts. I'll go to sign in with Microsoft. Okay, and now we can scan the QR code in order to log in on my phone. So that's what I'll be doing right now. And we need to enter the code that is on screen right now into our phone. Okay, and now we can log in with our Minecraft account. Right, so we have successfully logged in. Here is Gameboy Hub. We are logged into my official Minecraft account. And now, apparently, we should be able to load instances up to 1.16.5. So let's actually try that out right now. I'll select 1.16.5 and I'll click Create an Instance. So now that process will hopefully finish, and if we can open this game on XP, that would be very nice, because that means we are on the right track. Okay, 1.16.5 has been installed, so I'll press OK, go to instances, and here we have Minecraft 1.16.5. So I believe that we need to change this to this legacy Java in the settings and click Save. And let's click Play right now and see if it opens the game. Okay, it is opening. 1.16.5 is launching, as it seems. Nice, and that worked absolutely fine. So we are in Minecraft 1.16.5. Let's try to create a new world and see if the game will actually load, because that seemed to be the issue the last time. And yeah, everything loaded absolutely fine. It is a bit choppy, that is because I am on a virtual machine and everything is still loading. However, it does still work pretty flawlessly because we are running 4 gigs of RAM and a quad-core processor, as well as a gig of video RAM. So this is completely playable gameplay right here on 1.16.5, which is awesome. Okay, so let's continue with the tutorial and see if we'll be able to run the newest version of the game. Alright, 1.16.5 worked. Let's go back to the guide and see what do we need. Okay, now we get this is the hard part. Well, not really hard, just annoying to figure out. Make a 1.21.4 instance with Fabric Loader version 16.9. Now there's a mod we want to add, this mod. Okay, so this is the GitHub page for the mod, and it says that it does support 1.21.8, so we'll see if it supports the newest one. So I'll get the jar file. This is the mod. Okay, this is the main piece of the whole thing, since this mod lets us play newer versions on Java 8. Great. Okay, so we already made a 1.16.5 instance just for the test, which is great. Okay, so we got the mod, we got this already run. So now we'll need 2 libraries. I'll go to the folder, and here is the folder of the launcher, and we'll need to go... Okay, so we have libraries, org, this one, 3.22.2, and we'll need these 2 files, right? Yeah, these are the 2 files that we're gonna need from the 16.5 instance. And now we need to rename these, so instead of 3.2.2, they should say 3.3.3, and same thing with this one right here, so 3.3.3. there we go. So we just renamed those, and now we'll need to go back into pretty much the same location, right? So this, and open AL. Also, first we need to make the newest game instance, so let me just do that right now, and then these files should be created. So let's go over to instances, let's go over to... Okay, also I made a mistake in the intro. The newest one is 1.21.10, so we're gonna try that one and make an instance of that. We do want Fabric right here, and I believe it wants us to select 16.9 right here. That's what it said in the guide, and we'll just click Create Instance. So 1.21.10 was literally released yesterday as I'm recording this, so yeah, I just didn't check if there was a newer version of Minecraft released yet. yesterday, but looks like there is. So yeah, this video is gonna be 1.21.10, hopefully, if it runs. So we're making an instance. I'll just wait for this to finish. Okay, and now 1.21.10 has finished installing, so I'll click OK right here. And let's see if that made a different folder right over here. There we go. So now we have the 3.3.3 folder, which we needed. So now we need to enter this folder and just move these two files that we renamed inside of it and replace them. And these are the two that we just replaced. We also do need to click on them, go to properties and select them as read only right here. So let me see if that is now done for both of them. Yes, it should be. Okay, and now we just need to figure out how we put that mod that we need in place. So let's try to figure that out right now. I'll get into the launcher. So here is the newest instance. Let's see if we can somehow... Okay, so we have an add mods button. And can we somehow browse the... Oh, so maybe we need to edit mods right here and then click add mod. And yeah, now we can select our actual mod. So let me see where that has been saved, maybe in the downloads. Let me put that to the desktop and select desktop right here. Here is the mod not so new version 6.56. So let's click open on that. Click add. Nice. And now we need to probably enable that mod, I'm guessing. So yeah, now everything should be fine, hopefully. So let's try to click on play and see what happens now and just hope that this might work. That's unfortunate. So we do get some sort of error. Yeah, so we get some red text right here. Cannot run this program. I just remembered that I forgot to switch to the legacy Java. Let's see if that was literally the issue. Yeah, so we need to change this to the legacy one and click save. So let's see if that maybe works now. Okay, we get a lot of green on the console. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Oh, it wants to work. Come on. I believe in this machine. Oh no. Failed to receive pixel format attributes. The specified procedure could not be found. Please make sure you have up-to-date drivers. That's a bummer. That really is a bummer. Yeah, and the error just comes up every time. Okay, let's try Googling this and see if we can get any fix for this. Okay, I'm just gonna try something. You guys might judge me for this, but let's try to uninstall VMware tools and see if that maybe fixes our problem with the drivers. Okay, you guys might have been sort of right about the virtual machine not being the best way to do this, but I literally have no other machine that can do this. I'll select not at this time and click next. Finish all of this. I'll restart the computer and we'll see what it looks like after we reboot and if we're even able to launch anything. Okay, we are back, but without any of the drivers. So let's try to launch this right now and see what happens. Everything is much slower now, of course, but that is to be expected. So here we have the launcher. So let's go for instances and let's click play right here and see what happens. And now we get an error. The driver does not appear to support OpenGL. So this is a little bit of a different error message. So yeah, I guess uninstalling it didn't really work. Let's see what it says on found new hardware. And after installing VMware tools, once again, we get a bit of a different message. So I'll just go Googling that and see if there is any way to fix this. So we have this video right here, and this just gives us a download for an OpenGL 32 DLL file. So I guess let's try that because we have absolutely nothing to lose. So here is the OpenGL DLL. So I'll just extract that to the desktop right here. And we need to put this OpenGL file into our Java download location. So I'm not sure where that is. Program files. Let's see if we have anything here. Do we have Java? Yeah, we do. Okay, so here are our Java folders. Put this into the JRE folder and then the bin folder right over here. So I'll just put that in there. Okay, thank you TechBook. Let's see if we did anything. So I'll relaunch the launcher just in case. and unfortunately that still doesn't work. Oh well. So, this is where I ran out of ideas. What's the next step? Well, I went ahead and cloned the virtual machine's hard drive over to an SSD, and I plugged it into one of my test machines to see if it would boot. I had quite a lot of trouble booting, and none of the fixes that I found online would work. So then I just inserted a Windows XP 64-bit CD into the machine and went through the setup, and when the setup reached the part where we needed to wipe the drive, instead of wipe the drive, I clicked R for repair. And it went through the entire Windows XP installation, but it just repaired it, so it didn't delete all of our files. So yeah, then the machine finally booted. And there we go, we have all of our files. I don't have the mouse plugged in right now, so I can't check if everything else is still here. So I've been working on this for over 8 hours today, so I'm gonna continue tomorrow. But we have managed to get the drive to boot on physical hardware, so I guess that's a good start. Right, it's the next day. We are right here on the physical machine. Now, the setup is janky to say the least. I have an iMac G3 keyboard connected. I have some weird mouse, and here we are on the monitor. I'm recording directly at the screen because I do not own a capture card, unfortunately. Also, we still don't have any drivers on this, so I just plugged in a USB with some of the drivers that might work for this machine. So yeah, you can actually see the USB right over there. So yeah, now I'm just gonna try installing the drivers, and here we have the drivers. So let's go for the motherboard first, because I'm pretty sure that this is the correct motherboard. So let's go for the Ethernet first, which is what I want to get working, because we will need Supermium, and we'll also need internet to access the launcher. Okay, installer can't find Athenos Ethernet controller. Okay, maybe we first need to get the chipset drivers. So let's try that first. Okay, so hopefully that has been installed, so I'll just restart right now. By the way, if you are asking about the graphics card, it is some variant of the GT210 made by Gainword. So I just got some generic NVIDIA drivers, so I'll see if those recognize the card. Let's hope that they actually do, because that would be amazing. Let's get the display drivers to work, and then we'll see about Ethernet and everything else. Okay, we get this NVIDIA graphics card is not compatible with this version of Windows. Oh, is this because this is the 32-bit? Okay, I'll go get that later. So VGA graphics we won't need. Let's go for the audio driver maybe. Let's see if that is recognized. Okay, so that has been extracted. Let's see if it works. Okay, it asks us to reboot, so hopefully that worked. I do not have any speakers plugged in, so I won't hear any audio anyways, but I guess if the game needs to recognize that there is audio, now we have the correct drivers. Okay, we need to click some stuff on the audio driver setup, which apparently only worked now. It says installation completed, so now we should have some kind of audio, I guess. Okay, let's try the new NVIDIA driver that I just put on here, so let's hope that this one might work. Now it says NVIDIA GeForce Experience requires Service Pack 2, but we do have Service Pack 2, right? Haven't we installed all of that with Legacy Update? Yeah, and it can't find the Ethernet controller, which is really weird. Okay, so I found another Ethernet driver, so let's hope that this one will work, because it looks like we'll need to install Service Pack 2 once again, because the little fix that I did in the setup probably removed Service Pack 2 and all of the updates. Network cable is unplugged. Okay, we actually got Ethernet. Nice, good. Okay, so we have found the correct driver for Ethernet. So let's see if we can run a Legacy Update now, and we'll install Service Pack 2 and all of the other updates. So I'll just let Legacy Update run once again and install all of the updates that I can directly on this system, and then we'll continue with installing the graphics driver. And Legacy Update even recognized my GPU as a GT210, which is weird because I never installed the drivers for it, but apparently it will install some kind of driver for it. So yeah, this thing is actually pretty cool. I'm assuming the setup removed all of these updates and Service Pack 2 while it was fixing the Windows version, but that is absolutely fine because the installation is going much faster than on the virtual machine. So yeah, I'll be back when all of this is patched once again, and then we can finally try Minecraft on real hardware. Alright, the installation has been finished, so let's restart the computer. and it didn't. And it also looks like the screen resolution has fixed itself, and yeah, it did install the NVIDIA driver, as you can see right here. So Legacy Update even installs missing drivers for you, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so I think we are finally ready to try Minecraft and see if it runs on physical hardware. We did everything that we possibly could, so yeah, we need to hit no on all of these, and here we are in the launcher. Let's go over to instances. Here is 1.21.10. Let's click play and see what happens. Come on, computer, you can do this. This is taking quite a while, but let's hope that it does eventually launch. Oh no, it crashed. So we got some Java errors. We didn't get the error that we got before, which is pretty good. So maybe there is a fix for this. Okay, everything else in the settings is fine. Maybe I need to do the thing that I did before in the files again. Maybe that also got wiped with the new installation. So let me just find where I need to go here. Yeah, we have nothing in 322 anymore, and it has created new ones. Let's try to delete all of the other ones, maybe. So these two are read-only, and these are the ones that we replaced, so they are still there. So let's try to launch this once again. Yeah, but the console still created new ones right over here. I'm not sure. And there we go. Now it says right here, the game may not load properly. Huh. Let me go examine the other video and see if it got the same message. Does it also make new ones? Nope, still crashed. Alright, so we have those Java files on the USB. So I'll first rename them right here to 3.3.3. And I'll do the same thing for this one right over here. And now I will put them right where they need to go. So libraries, org, this one, and 333. And I'll replace these two. Nice, now I have two of them. I'll delete this one, and I will also delete this one. And now I'll just make these read only as the tutorial says. Okay, and let's try running this right now. I'll restart the launcher just in case. Okay, so I'm just making a new 1.21 instance right now, so I'm not sure if that was created. Okay, so I'll just try doing this straight up, because now it won't even create an instance. So let's go to Supermium and let's download ATL Launcher again and see what happens. Okay, so since creating an instance didn't work, I moved an instance from my modern PC, or the instances folder, onto this USB. So let's put this into the instances tab. I'll first close out of the launcher. And now I'm also going to move the mod in the mods folder of that instance. Okay, so now the instance has showed up once again. So we should go into the settings, into Java Minecraft, and click use legacy right here. And we're also going to see if the mod is active. Yeah, it is. Nice. So let's click play, and I'll let it download all of the data. So that will create the folder so we can replace those other files that we need to replace. So at this point, I realized I was doing the tutorial in the wrong way the entire time. Basically, something changed in the newer versions of Minecraft and you actually needed to move a different file. Yeah, I was just following the YouTube video, which was for an older version of Minecraft, but yeah, something has changed in the meantime and that was mentioned in the instructions, but I just blindly followed the YouTube video. So yeah, basically the entire video, I was doing the wrong thing. So I guess I realized my mistake soon enough. I'm so stupid, by the way. Okay, let's just do this how it's supposed to be done, and let's just hope that this was why everything wasn't working, and hopefully we can get on with our day. And open al and 333, and we replace the open al file. Yes, and we make this read only. And next we go into the STB and replace this file, and we make this file read only. And now please, please, please just work. I just want this to work. I just want to be done with this, and I hope that it will. So I'm just gonna hope that this works now, because now I finally did everything as the guide said. I don't know how I didn't catch that. I was just following the instructions of what the other guy did in the video, but the instructions must have changed somewhere. So let's see what happens now. Let's hope that this will work. Oh my god. There it is. There it is. So my only problem was not following the tutorial correctly. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have worked on a virtual machine anyways because of that driver error, but there it is, and it runs. It runs absolutely flawlessly on the menu. Wow. There it is, Minecraft 1.21.10 on Windows XP. Incredible. Okay, let me make the window a bit bigger, just so we can see the game a lot better. Wow, that looks absolutely amazing. Let's try to make a new world. So I'll just create a survival world and create it. Let's see if it will boot us into the game. It's actually quite smooth. I can't believe how smooth that is, actually. There it is. The game is loading up slowly as it can, but wow, it is incredible that we are even in game. This is the newest version of Minecraft running on Windows XP. Okay, everything is extremely laggy. That's because this PC is pretty bad, and also the settings are probably way overkill for this. Let's see. Yeah, I have fancy graphics. I want fast graphics off, VSync off. There we go. Now everything is a bit toned down. Still doesn't work. Still is really choppy, but who cares? We are in game. We are officially in game. We loaded a world, and that is it. So yeah, this video took about 3 days to film, but it was worth it in the end. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I guess you were right about virtual machines and their graphics issues. There you go, I listened and I've managed to make it work on an even older operating system. If you guys enjoyed this video and have more tips or tricks for other videos, definitely leave those in the comments. Also, we do have a join button now, so for as low as $1 a month, you can really help out the channel. And you also get some pretty cool perks with it, like early access to videos, and as well as some cool emojis. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please check out my Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next one.